Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do counting collections, which is a fun math game you can play with pretty much anything that's in your house. So what it is just like the name, counting collections. So a collection of items could be anything between pasta, beans, little toys that are around the house, or even pom-poms. So lots of different ways to do this. Now a collection can vary in size. It could be something that's smaller, or if your child is working on counting somewhere between 1 and 100, I would stay in a number that's smaller, somewhere in maybe 70s or 80s. But if your child is working above that and they're able to count into the hundreds, maybe giving them something that's a larger collection. Now there's different ways that they can count it. So the ways that we've counted it before are if it's a smaller number, maybe in fives, and then they can also always put it in groups of 10. And what I do is you can either put it in groups of 10 in little groups around, but I always like to use these because it keeps your groups contained. So we use these little cups. I think you can always just do it right there on the ground, make a big, huge spread. So what you do is you have a collection, you count it out. So in my cup I have 10, and for time's sake, I'm not gonna actually count out each one, but let's say that in each cup of these I had 10. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now I have 100 in all of my cups. 10 cups, 10 tens equals 100. Then let's say I'm still counting them out and I have another 10, 20, 30, 40, but then I'm only down to 3 little pieces of pasta. Well, I'm going to keep those 3 separate from everything else. So now that I'm counting, I have 100, and I'll let you all see these. I have 100 here, then I have 40, and then I have 3. So if I were to count that, I have 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 141, 142, and 143. So now, let's talk about once I've counted it, how do I record it? So in this, I have my counting collections page, which I've given to y'all. But if you don't have this, you can always just kind of look at the starters to see. So I had 143 items. I collected pasta, so I'll put that at the top. Now, to make some space so y'all can see, I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay, and I'll move this forward. Okay, so on this, I have my place value, which is going to break down the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. So in my number, I'm going to look at the hundreds place. I have 100, I have 4 tens, and I have 3 ones. Now, when you're looking at expanded form is stretching out that number, so you're breaking it apart. So what does that 1 represent? It represents 100. What does this 4 represent? It represents 40. And what about this 3? It represents a 3. So you're breaking it apart, 100 plus 40 plus 3. Now your number words is when you're actually writing it out. And so you're going to write out 143. Okay, so kind of like that, 143. Now this bottom part is the biggest part because it shows how you created your model. So in mine, I counted by 10. So in each of my cups, I'm going to kind of show my cups. So that was a group of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, oopsies, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So now I have a group of 100 here. I'm going to circle it so I can remember that this right here is 100. Then remember I had 4 extra cups, and each of those cups that were 4s were also 10. So I'm going to continue counting and skip counting by 10. So 110, then I have 110, 120, 130, and 140. Then I had these little 3 guys over here. That's a 3. A little curly 3, but that's a 3. So now below it, I'm going to say that's my total of 143 pieces of pasta. So I modeled it and I created some labels to show how I counted it. So, easy way to do counting collections. And you can do it, you can do that with anything at the house, whether it's toys, Legos, anything. So it's a really fun way to be able to categorize things. And also I wanted to show you there's another way that you could do it too. We've counted in groups. Once they're able to do 10s, you can even push them a little bit further to do 20s. So I even showed you how you can do that. So if you were to do a cup with 20, you could count 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's 100. And then we have our other 40, which you can even group them together. I'm going to fix this. Let's say we had a cup, and that was 20, so it'd be 120. And then I'm going to group these two cups. I guess I was so used to doing 10s. That'd be 140. I grouped them together, so now they're together in that one. So that's 140, and then plus 3 more would be 143. So this would be kind of showing counting by 20s versus counted by 10s. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys try it out.